Okay, business leaders, are you here to play or are you playing to win? If you're in it to win, meet your next MVP. NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is your full business management system in one convenient suite. With NetSuite, you're running your accounting, your finance, your HR, your e-commerce, and more, all from your online dashboard. Upgrade your playbook and make the switch to NetSuite, the #1 cloud ERP.
Get the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning at netsuite.com/tech. netsuite.com/tech.
On today's Smart 7, Starmer pledges economic reset after tariffs, Israel deports 2 UK MPs and much more. It's Monday 7th of April, it's International Beaver Day, and happy birthday, Jackie Chan.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
An estimated $5 trillion was wiped off the stock market last week as the world struggled to cope with Donald Trump's Liberation Day tariffs. He tweeted all in caps on Friday, "My policies will never change," as he headed to Florida to play golf for the weekend. The universal 10% tariff is now in effect, and the White House reported on Sunday that more than 50 nations have already reached out to try and begin negotiations ahead of the next wave on April 9th. UK PM Keir Starmer is planning an economic reset as he says old assumptions need to be discarded in the face of a global trade war. According to Treasury Secretary Darren Jones, the fact that the UK only has to face a 10% tariff may actually be a benefit of Brexit.
We've been treated differently to the European Union.
That's a Brexit dividend.
It is. There's one. I've struggled to find one in the past, but there is one. But look, what we're not going to do is kind of trade off the United States to the European Union.
The EU Commission has not retaliated with tariffs of its own as yet and appear to be prepared to negotiate. But German ambassador to the UK, Miguel Berger, says there will be no winners in this war.
It's really devastating. I think it's the biggest assault we have seen since the end of the Second World War on global trade. European trade ministers are talking, they're going to meet and then take a decision on how to react.
2 Labour MPs were denied entry into Israel this weekend and were in fact deported back to the UK. The 2 MPs were part of a delegation due to visit humanitarian projects in the West Bank in partnership with UK charities, but Yuan Yang and Abtissam Mohammed were refused entry at Israel's Ben Gurion airport. Israel said the 2 were rejected because they were planning to document the activities of security forces and spread anti-Israel hatred. Labour's chair of the Foreign Affairs Select Committee, Emily Thornberry, says the decision was totally unjustified.
I think that Israel was really badly advised on this. These are 2 young women who have huge clout. Instead of alienating them, I really think that Israel should try to engage them.
Foreign Secretary David Lammy also criticised the move, describing it as unacceptable and counterproductive. But Tory leader Kemi Badenoch had a somewhat different take when she spoke to Sky News.
What I think is shocking is that we have MPs in Labour who other countries will not allow through. I think that's very significant.
The local election campaigns are in full swing ahead of polls opening on May 1st. There are local councils, county councils and 4 regional mayoralties up for grabs, and Labour were the last major party to launch their campaign last week. Polling continues to show a strong performance for reform, with Labour and the Tories tied for second, with the Lib Dems in 4th place and the Greens in 5th place, polling at about 9%. Former Green Party leader Caroline Lucas says the polls reflect uncertainty amongst the public.
There is a total lack of confidence and trust in Labour and Conservatives now, and people are looking for alternatives. I'm very sorry if they end up thinking that reform is actually going to deliver for them, because I think it's very clear that they are not.
French far-right leader Marine Le Pen held a rally in the centre of Paris on Sunday to protest against her conviction for embezzlement by a French court. The decision last week found that she and her party had systematically defrauded the European Union, and she was handed a potential 4-year sentence, a fine, and banned from running for election. She is appealing, but the decision could sink her chances of winning the 2027 presidential election. Current French President Macron defended the judiciary, saying they are independent and that justice should be the same for everyone. Far less supporters than expected turned up to Sunday's rally, at which the far-right leader quoted Martin Luther King and compared herself to Alexei Navalny.
Your support, your message, warm the cockles of my heart. And let everybody be assured I will not give in.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, Verstappen wins in Japan and Jack Black is back on Saturday Night Live, right after this.
Okay, business leaders, are you here to play or are you playing to win? If you're in it to win, meet your next MVP. NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is your full business management system in one convenient suite. With NetSuite, you're running your accounting, your finance, your HR, your e-commerce, and more, all from your online dashboard. Upgrade your playbook and make the switch to NetSuite, the #1 cloud ERP.
Get the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning at netsuite.com/tech. netsuite.com/tech.
Welcome back.
It was a busy Premier League weekend with all the top sides in action, but Arsenal missed the chance to close the gap on Liverpool as they were held to a 1-1 draw at Everton. Sunday saw Liverpool also stumble as they lost 3-2 at Fulham, while Chelsea played out a goalless draw at Brentford. The 4:30 kickoff saw United hosting City in the Manchester derby, but it was also goalless, which leaves United stuck in 13th and City 5th. At the Japanese Grand Prix, things were back to normal with the first win of the season for Max Verstappen, while Lewis Hamilton finished in 7th, 3 places behind Ferrari teammate Charles Leclerc. Max was pleased to be back on top.
I'm incredibly happy. It started off quite tough this weekend, but we didn't give up. We kept improving the car, and today, it was in its best form. And of course, starting on pole, that really made it possible, to win this race.
This weekend saw a Minecraft movie smash box office records for a video game adaptation, toppling even the mighty Super Mario Bros. Movie with a massive opening weekend. The movie, based on the Mojang game, stars Jack Black and Jason Momoa along with Jennifer Coolidge, and despite mixed critical reaction, the audience is scoring it 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. Star and one-man whirlwind Jack Black was on hosting duty this weekend at Saturday Night Live, and he seemed to be having the best time too.
It's been 20 years since I've been on this stage. That's why it's so hard to say what I'm about to say, but I quit. It's too stressful, and frankly, I do not have the nerve. What are you doing? That's not fair. Oh, and now I get a mic. Jenna, you guys, you know what this song does to me. It gives me the power to host a game. Yeah!
There's a new Tron movie on the way. This one stars Jared Leto, Gillian Anderson, and original Tron star Jeff Bridges. If you've missed out on Tron, the original story followed a computer programmer who got sucked into The Grid, an online world, and it was originally released back in 1982. There was a 2010 reboot called Tron Legacy, and now 15 years later we're getting Tron Ares. The soundtrack features 9 Inch Nails, and the plot features The Grid trying to invade the real world. It's due to hit cinemas in October.
I'm looking for something. Something I do not understand. Ready? Because there's no going back.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, and we'll give you the world.
Tall Oaks is an award-winning assisted living community serving seniors for over 35 years in the heart of Reston. Come experience Tall Oaks for yourself. Visit talloaksal.com or call 703-834-9800 to schedule a personal tour.